Hi, good day. Today I'm going to make this video particularly for the business owners, entrepreneurs, and startup holders. How a business can give the right result, how a business can flourish, how a business can make it into your portfolio into bigger level. I just want to give an example, and that example will give the leverage to identify how the business structure is making. I'm planning to, or I'm thinking to compare the business with a tree. How that business can be compared with a tree. See, the tree, if you are looking into the business, I am telling you that the business can be compared with a tree. How that can be make it? Number one, in a tree, there is a root. What is the root is giving an important for a tree. If the root of the tree is properly built in the ground and made it strong, that will be the stability of the tree. If any turbulence, any issues, any actions, any rain, any wind which is blowing around the tree doesn't affect, because the tree is properly planted in the ground. Similar way, business has to be properly planted. The milestones should be properly laid down. What do you mean by lay down the stone of the business? An entrepreneur or a business person who is promoting or starting up his business by putting his vision and his mission and his thought process, he is planting the business. The first and foremost, he should have a planning of his business. He should be planned the business on a proper way. Before starting the business, he should have at any point of time an exit plan. A business has to be planted properly in the ground level. He has to think, as per my vision, my will, my thought process is right to establish the business. So what I told you now, a business is equal to startup which is planting a tree, and the root should be planted properly. The stability of the business, the stability of the tree is clearly mentioned, how the tree is planted and how the root is spreaded across the tree. Number two, there is a trunk. Identify and selection of the right resources for the business. A root is connected with a trunk, and the trunk should give proper connectivity to the root. And if the root is correct, the trunk, you have to build on it. The trunk means your manpower, your business thought process, your surroundings, your customer, your supplier, your supply chain management, and your marketing technology, the tools, everything which is related to the business should be go into the right way to your business. So the root and the trunk. A business has to be planted properly in the ground level with right proposition of the resources, right thought process of the employer. The real resemblance of the employer's vision has to be conveyed into the subordinate, and subordinate has to be planted the trunk on a proper way. So the third aspect of the business, in the tree, when you compare, the tree is having a crown. The crown which denotes in the tree is the leaves, the fruit, everything which is coming into the crown. My dear listeners, viewers, I want to emphasize today, when you are planting a business on a proper way, and your selection and the chemistry between the employer and employee, and your working capital flooded in the business, the net worth of the company, and the chemistry is going in a smooth way, and the people is understanding the vision of the employer, the vision of the investor, the vision of the entrepreneur, then the crown, that is called profit. That is called the result, the fruit. Philip Kotler, the famous and the father of marketing, he explained that profit is the reward for taking the pain. Who is the pain holder? The real investor. My dear members, I want to say the crown of the tree and the root of the tree is connected with a trunk. In business, you want to get right result, right profit, you have to have a right connectivity with the resources and the surroundings, environment, and that chemistry as per the will and vision of the entrepreneur. Then definitely you will give right fruit to the business and you will be enjoying that. So in short, what I told you, three components of the tree: root, trunk, and the crown. If you properly make it, do it, and put watering on it, this will give you the real result of profit. And as a business person, if you fix your SOP and if you prepare the workflow on a proper way, you can have multiples of trees, multiples of region, multiples of product, multiples of customers, multiples of the vendors, multiples of brands, and everything you can build first if you plant a single tree and make sure that your business is growing in perfect manner. I hope this video will help you to plan, build your business empire. Stay tuned for my next video. Signing off by Saji Thomas. Thank you.